I don't know why I did the dance, I'm so sorry. Hello everyone, it's me Sarah. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a collab video which I'm super excited about. The consensus is that there are some writers who like to write with music, some writers who like to write with no music, some writers who can only listen to music without lyrics. Like, we're all different, we all have our different tastes, and we all have our different preferences of what we all have our different why can't I say preferences? We all have our different preferences of what to listen to while we write, while we work. Today I am doing a collab with Hayley Haggerty. I will link her channel down in the description box below, where we are going to swap our preferred music preferences, there we go, for one day to see how we can write with them, which is going to be very interesting. There are only 3 things I listen to when I write, if I end up listening to any of them at all. I'll listen to ASMR, fluffy microphone, no talking only. I will listen to Lindsay Sterling, and I will very recently have started listening to lo-fi. There's a specific Japanese hip-hop lo-fi that I listen to, so that's all I sent her. Like, here's this like random Spotify playlist with like 10 Lindsay Sterling songs, like my 10 favorite ones that I listen to. Here's 2 links to some YouTube ASMR videos that I listen to, and here's a link to the lo-fi that I listened to recently. Like, that's what I sent her. Because they don't have ASMR or lo-fi, all the ones that I specifically listen to anyway on Spotify. I had to create a Spotify account for this as well, by the way. I need to remember not to get charged for that. I have Hayley's playlists here in front of me. I haven't listened to any of them yet, although one of them is Frozen 2, and I do know Frozen 2, so I'm sort of ish looking forward to / not looking forward to that one, because I don't like many of the songs in Frozen 2, I'm not gonna lie. So she sent me 3 different playlists. She sent me one for her general character creation that she does, which is musical theatre, which I do like musicals, not massively, but there are a few musicals that I do like. And then she sent me atmospheric music for world building and her Camp NaNoWriMo 2020 playlist, which I'm very excited about. So what I'm gonna do is, don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to write with this music playing in the background for the rest of the day, and I'm going to see how Hayley's music helps or perhaps does not help me. Let's find out. Okay, so these are Hayley's 3 playlists that she has sent me. This first one is for character inspiration and creation, which is very much musical theatre. I don't know Starry, I don't know Black Friday, I don't know Right Out Lou. I do know Frozen. Oh, it's why am I not surprised that Grant Gustin is on here, Hayley? I should have known. I forgot that Flash did a musical episode with Supergirl. I'm not surprised that's on there. And then we've got some Prom on here as well, which I've just watched on Netflix, which I actually quite enjoyed. So that's going to be fun to listen to. I don't know how well I'm going to write to all of this music here. I'm not very good with writing to lyrical music, but we'll see how it goes. The second one is an artist called Ruelle, which is her world building inspiration playlist, which I'm very much looking forward to listening to. Again, I do think it's going to be lyrical. We'll see how well that goes. And her Camp NaNoWriMo 2020 playlist. Black Friday is on here again. She did say there was going to be some overlap. I've got some Merlin soundtrack on here, which I'm not much of a fan of Merlin, but we'll see how it goes. Doctor Who soundtrack on here. I like Doctor Who, so that's good. We've got some more Frozen 2. Is that the Dark Crystal there as well? Starry again on here. Some, yep, there we go. There is some more The Flash. I saw it. You can't hide it from me, Hayley. A little bit of Taylor Swift. Okay, So what we're going to do is I think we'll start with... Okay, we will start with Ruelle. We'll start with your world building, Hayley. We'll see where we go from there.
Keeping on the outside.
Okay, we are currently working on Project Theft. I have three chapters left to write for Project Theft. It was 4, but then I realised that how I'd set up my chapters in the drafting folder was not the same as it was in the scene outline. I had 1 extra chapter. Again, I don't know what I'm doing with these chapters, because that is like the 3rd time that I've noticed a mistake between my outline and my drafting folder. It's so terrible. We're at like the peak of the climax now, when the characters are finally making their escape, which I'm trying to make sound different from the first time that they attempted to escape. It's a little bit repetitive, but it's something I can work on. If it's written, it's written. It's fine. It's fine. So we've got 1 action chapter left, which is what I'm currently working on, and then 2 sort of finish up chapters. I can't think of the word I want to use. I'm listening at the moment to Hayley's playlist, which is all an artist called Ruelle, and you know what, I'm quite enjoying her. Obviously it's Apple Music and I haven't signed up, so I'm only getting like 30-second previews of the songs, which I really should fix, but I can't sign up to something else again. I just can't do it. So I'm going to be taking the playlist now that I've finished listening to the previews for the songs at least, and I'm going to go run it through Amazon Music, which I do have a subscription to, so I can listen to all these songs in full. But Ruelle I like it. I'm enjoying the sound. There's a few songs which it's sort of a very... I can't describe music. I like the sound. It's not too in your face or anything like that. It's, you know, really nice lyrics. It's a really smooth sound, and it was difficult to write to, mostly because bits of lyrics or bits of music would pop into my head and get my attention as I was writing. And I had to stop and like listen to what was playing, which is not so helpful. If it wasn't such a new artist, I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably be more practiced with listening to lyrical music while I was writing, but most of the time it did manage to just become sort of background music. I think I noticed it changes more when the song changed than while the actual song was playing. But I'm gonna have to sit down and listen to Ruelle in full, because I do like the sound, and it's sort of got that very inspiring air to it. So I'm very excited to... I've written... Did I say how many words I've written already? 1,084 words. Technically in around 20 minutes, which is good. It's been a while since I've written that much. I don't know whether it's because of the music I was listening to, or because I did some free outlining, which I always write faster than I do the actual draft. So we are now going to try writing to the musical theatre, and we're going to see how easy that is for me to do. See how far into Project Theft we get today.
Ahoy there, boys and girls! Hop aboard the SS Wiggle. We're setting sail for giggles. He's a wiggly snake and a sniggly wiggly. Yeah!
This is why I don't listen to music with lyrics while I'm drafting, because the word music is supposed to be magic here. Yeah. Just as I predicted, listening to musical theatre music while I write is not the best thing for me to do at all whatsoever. There's such a difference between the usual music that I listen to. So when it's things like ASMR, when it's things like Lindsay Sterling, they're more melodic, I guess, in a way. They are more repetitive, they're more soothing, And musical theatre music is very big, it's very loud, it's very, obviously it's got lyrics in it and it's big voices, and it can be very, very distracting. So I finally managed to get Black Friday to work. We're listening to it now. I managed to write a little bit to it, but the amount of times that a few phrases or a few lyrics would like pop up and I'd hear them and I'd have to stop and go, what? Because it's such, from what I know, it's a Star Kid production, right? So you know all of their stuff is always a little bit kooky, a little bit fun, a little bit weird, and I'm just hearing all of these like lyrics and words that are like fully out of context. I'm just like, what are you talking about? And like, it completely distracts me from what I'm writing, so I have to sort of sit and stop and be like, okay. So yeah, as I guessed, the musical theatre was very, very distracting, especially listening to Frozen 2. Yeah, I knew it would be. I have made progress though. I have made progress. I'm writing terribly at the moment because of the specific part I'm on. I suppose there's supposed to be a little bit of tension with what's going on. Obviously everybody escapes, right? Like that's pretty obvious, and I'm trying to get tension going, but I don't feel personally the tension going through with what I'm writing, which doesn't help me out at all whatsoever. But almost finished with Matthew's chapter. I haven't written that much, to be fair, to be honest. I've only written 1,972 words, so almost 2,000 words. So I am almost done with Matthew's chapter, and then we are on the penultimate chapter, which is more of a chatty chapter, which I should be able to get through a lot easier than I'm currently getting through an action chapter. I want to at least get through the action chapter today. That is what I want. I want tomorrow to just be chatty, and then we're good and golden, and Project Theft will be done. But I've got until Thursday to finish it, so we're okay. Next on my list of things to listen to, we have listened to the musical theatre. We have listened to general atmospheric songs, and now we are moving on to her 2020 Camp Nanaimo playlist. A lot more non-lyrical music going on, which should be a little bit more my style in my headspace to write to. So we're going to be listening to this for the rest of the bit. So we're going to be listening to this for the rest of the evening, and we're going to see how far we get with this stupid last action chapter that I have for Project Theft.
Can't say how the days will unfold. Can't change what the future may hold.
Okay, it is the end of my writing day today. I managed to get 4,181 words, which is a lot. It's the most I've written in quite a while. Obviously, in part to the fact that I am filming myself writing, and you know, the camera is accountability. This was fun. As I predicted, listening to musical theatre while I tried to write or do work was very, very distracting. Was very, very distracting. The lyrics kept on coming through and confusing me, especially Black Friday, because they were so out of context, and all the big music in the background and the big vocals in the background. It was just very like, I found it difficult to keep concentrating on my work. I couldn't push it to the background like I do with the usual music and things I listen to, which I always find for me is the best sort of music in the background to have, is something I can push to the back and almost becomes like a white noise for me. The soundtrack music, the Merlin, the Doctor Who, the Dark Crystal, again, very good to sort of like push back to the back of my mind. A bit too much really, because I do remember like a certain point where I completely forgot I was listening to music at all, because I was so focused on my work. Like I paused and suddenly I could hear music and I was just like, that's still going on? What? which is just, I don't even know how that happened. The Merlin music, not quite my style. It has a very specific aesthetic and vibe to it. Obviously it's Merlin, it's very much medieval times, so it's got that sort of medieval Renaissance type music and instruments in the background. Is it really bad? I don't actually remember listening to the Doctor Who music. Like at some point all of the music meshed into one and I could not tell you which was Merlin and which was Doctor Who and which was the Dark Crystal. I could not tell you which song or which sound belonged to which of the 3 or 4, I think it was, different soundtracks. Definitely my favourite was Ruelle. That sort of had more of the tone and style of the things I listen to currently. And when I say listen to currently, I do mean Lindsay Sterling. Does not have the same sound as ASMR. It's also got sort of that lo-fi-ish feel to it as well. And despite the fact it had lyrics, I could focus on the music in the background of the songs enough to sort of not be able to focus on the lyrics. And again, that became a really nice sort of background noise that I really only noticed when the song changed or when the music within the song changed, which I like when that happens, because then it's sort of something else for my brain to focus on and it sort of helps inspire things going on in my head. So yeah, I managed to finish Matthew's chapter. I got part way through Avani's chapter, which is the penultimate chapter for Project Theft, which I'm very excited about. 2 more chapters to go. I also managed to do a sort of vague main beat plot for Project Floral, which I'm currently redrafting, which is right here. And I've been struggling with that as well, but I was listening to Ruelle while I was doing this, so thank you, Hayley. That was very helpful. I think if anything, this sort of experiment just proves to me the type of things I can and can't listen to while I'm writing. I'm the type of person who needs to push the music to the background. It's background noise. Like, it's not something that I actively focus on while I'm writing, because it does get distracting. But where I thought before that I could not listen to anything with lyrics at all because the lyrics would be too distracting, hey ho, if it's the right sound, I can listen to music with lyrics, and it's just as easy to push it to the background. Just gives me some fun little nuggets to latch onto if I do hear it. I am officially adding Ruelle to my writing music playlist. I already have like everything brought up on Amazon Music for me to add it onto there. I'm very glad that I found someone else to listen to, because it can be a little bit repetitive listening to the same things over and over again. That is everything for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Hayley, for organising this absolutely fantastic collab. Like, seriously, thank you for Ruelle. Let me know down in the comments below what type of music do you listen to, if any, while you write, and I'll see you in the next video. Good thoughts and happy writing.